Buddy Finds a Home by Raquel Shamali. Buddy was a pup who never had a home. He lived on the streets because he liked to roam. He felt sorry for the other lads, thinking their owners treated them bad. Locked up in yards, barricaded by bars, walking around on leashes. Oh no, I do as I pleases. One day, Buddy was rummaging through the trash. He found a big old sandwich in a brown paper bag. He laid in a nice cozy place, sat down to eat, then a ball rolled by his feet. Behind the ball followed a little boy named Mike. Buddy rose up quickly with fright. Mike kneeled down and gently picked up the ball in such a way that made Buddy's guard fall. Mike picked him up and put him in his arms and promised Buddy he meant no harm. Poor little Buddy, you have no home. I'll take you to mine. It's not good to be all alone. Once they got home, Mike bathed him and brushed him and fed him and loved him. After Mike got the essentials out of the way, he looked at Buddy and said, "Get some sleep, boy. Tomorrow's going to be a big day." Buddy laid down on a comfy pillow at the bottom of the bed by Mike's feet. He shut his eyes and fell fast asleep. Buddy arose by the morning dawn, stretching out his paws and giving the world's biggest yawn. As comfy as a bed was, it was tough for Buddy to awake, but the smell of bacon he could not forsake. Buddy ran down the stairs, following the aroma that filled the air. Buddy stopped in his tracks and wanted to retreat when he saw Mike's family sitting down ready to eat. Timid and scared, he tiptoed over to the table, thinking, stealing some food from them, I surely am not able. He walked on over to Mike's chair, approaching the only person he dare. Much to his surprise, Buddy was a member of the family in their eyes. They adored him and kissed him and hugged him like they couldn't resist him. Although he never had a home before, at this moment he couldn't have wanted one more. After being fed his food and some table scraps, Mike took Buddy to play out back. They played and played till their legs gave way. Sleep, eat, and play. This routine went on for days. One day, when Mike was walking Buddy through the park, Buddy heard an old familiar bark. He turned and looked to see who was there. It was his old friend from the streets, Bear. To make sure it was him, Buddy looked twice to check. As he ran up to him, Buddy got stopped by the leash around his neck. Bear walked up to Buddy. "I see you got caught. Not me. My freedom will never stop. I'm walking on air, not having a care, not answering to him or her or even them over there." Buddy looked a little sad with the words that he had heard, but he shook it off, remembering life on the street was absurd. "Well, gotta go. Hang out with the gang. I'll see you around. It's only time when the home life gets you down." Buddy watched him walk away. Mike pulled on the leash. "Come on, boy. It's getting late. We cannot stay." For the next few days, Buddy wasn't the same. He'd sit by the window, not wanting to play any games. He thought about the life he had. He started missing it real bad. One day, when Mike's mom was bringing the groceries in, she left the door open and Buddy ran like the wind. He ran to find his old friends. He thought they would play and laugh till no end. Bear, Ted, and Sally were all found in the same old alley. "Buddy is back. I knew he couldn't stay away. Come on, gang, let's go tackle the day." They ran to the lake where they used to swim. They ran by the old hot dog stand to say hi to Jim. They ran and ran through the parks and the fields, the streets and the hills. Once the day was over and night started to fall, They were famished and couldn't find any food at all. It grew dark and cold, and that night the rain would come, they were told. They went back to the alley he now called home, but he thought to himself, Mike had the best home that I had ever known. Cold and wet, but he fell asleep. He wondered why this is the life he wanted to keep. When morning arose, Buddy realized this is the life he chose. To Mike's house he could not return. The way he left, he was sure the bridges were burned. Weeks passed where Buddy's heart grew weak. He missed Mike, missed sleeping by his feet. He missed playing ball in the park, lying beside him when it grew dark, not worrying about what to eat or where to sleep. I'm sure he doesn't miss me any more, not since I ran out that door. One day, Buddy decided to go by Mike's home. He saw him sitting on the porch all alone. Buddy was afraid to let Mike know he was there. He walked away, never knowing if Mike still cared. He walked down the road again, with sadness in his heart he thought would never end. At the end of the block, he ran into a four-way sidewalk. Unsure of which way to go, he decided to stop and take things slow. He could take a chance and go left of his stance, or go right and be with his friends in the lonely alley by night. He stood there pondering when a little girl and her friend came wandering. She looked at Buddy and pointed up. That there looks like the picture of this little pup. No, that couldn't be. I disagree. This dog is filthy. That one is clean. The girls carried on their merry way. Buddy looked at the picture, and to his dismay, he jumped and said hooray. It's me! It's me! He jumped with glee. It's a flyer made by Mike. Hee hee! He walked up to the front of the yard, seeing Mike still sitting there with no regard. To grab his attention, Buddy gave a bark. Mike looked up in a start. Mike's frown turned upside down. He ran to Buddy in disbelief. To see Mike smile gave Buddy relief. He rubbed him and hugged him. He kissed him and loved him. When Mike carried him inside, Buddy realized, this is my home where I shall reside. We will be best friends till the end.